We're back.
Hey, hold on.
Yep, I knew it.
Welcome back to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most boast, Taylor Elajas. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing pretty good. So today, we are here at how to get an interview with a mainstream artist. Okay, so this is basically like a story time, but I'm gonna switch around and basically tell you how I got to even get to this interview. And I've gotten a whole bunch of interviews, and I'm gonna really tell you guys how it goes about happening, how an interviewer can turn themselves into an interviewer and really be able to develop a catalog. So let's get into it.
I ended it clear like I'm Taylor. Dark in the glass like it's Taylor. Slip in the coat like I'm Taylor. Don't give a fuck, I'm not Taylor. Say what I want like I'm Taylor. My bitch kinda white like Taylor. Swear. Taylor.
We're back at how to get an interview with a mainstream artist, and this edition's episode is off of Mr. Teejayx6. Okay, so Mr. Teejayx6, he is a scam rapping artist. He has a popular song named Scam Story or Scammer Story, something like that.
Let me tell you about this one time at Walmart.
He basically just talks about VPNs and kind of gives you tutorials on how to scam. So, it's a gimmick, but it's a gimmick that has worked for him for a little bit, and, we'll see how long the duration of this gimmick can last him, and that's no shots. That's just real life, when you are built off a gimmick, sometimes it lasts, sometimes it doesn't, but quick shout out to sponsor of today's video, Bad Product with the Fire hoodie. You can get this hoodie at badproduct.com. You can also find their Instagram and link in the description, Bad Product, so make sure you do that and you cop up, because look, this hoodie's fire. It's fire. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you how I ended up meeting Teejayx6, how I was about to get an interview with him, and my dreams were crushed in that exact moment, But I've gotten a lot of interviews with a lot of different people. I've interviewed Ron Suno, Brother Nature, TisaKorean, Sean Prez, Sean Pecos, James Cruz, a bunch of people, a whole bunch of people. Abigail Asante, I have a pretty long catalog of people that are notable in the music industry, entertainment industry in general. But when it came to this one, I was a little green. All right, so green kind of means newish and slightly inexperienced. So at this point, I already had a TisaKorean interview. Armani White, he's an upcoming independent artist out of Philly, does pretty well. I already interviewed Brother Nature. A lot of people. I already had the ability to talk my way into an interview, because a lot of these things is kind of just talking and finessing, right? So I was able to do pretty well, and I was able to get to the point where SOBs was allowing me to come and do videography for Teejayx6's performance he's gonna have there. So he's gonna be performing SOBs. So I saw that and I emailed them. I'm like, yo, I want to do videography and interview the artist, right? So they're like, yeah, you can do videography, but we have to ask his team about interviewing him. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie, regardless of what they said, my intention was to interview Teejayx6. Just do videography is cool, but my love is interviewing people. Like, I like videography, but my love is interviewing people. I genuinely love interviewing people. So I wanted to build my catalog even more and get an interview. And if you know my interview style, you can see various different interviews I've done. So please respond to this statement. You cannot be a comedian and a rapper.
Yo, listen, they bugging.
You can check out more interviews, my Bridging the Gap interviews, at the EBNTV.com. Link will also be in the description. That's my own entertainment network where I broadcast all my shows and interviews, performance shows, public interview shows, a whole bunch of different shows over there. And one of my shows that I do is Bridging the Gap, where I interview public figures and musicians and artists or whatever. And they really only last like 5 minutes. Like, I be in and out. I be in and out. I don't try to waste nobody's time. I don't ask nobody about nothing like crazy, nothing about their jail time or nothing. I just want to entertain and make a funny video. So it was not gonna last more than 5 minutes. So, and at this point, Teejayx6 is still on the rise at this point. He's nowhere near, and honestly, he's still not super mainstream. But at that point, he was definitely on the rise. That's when his bubble was bubbling up. And his pot was stirring. When it came to his rising rising cloud, I guess. But so they said yeah, videography, but they said they don't want an interview, right? And to me, I'm like, I know my interview style. People who watch my content know my interview style. It's quick, in and out. So I'm like, why? And I sent examples of my interviews. I don't just say this is what I do. I sent examples. I had proof. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I sent videography I did at Big Sean's performance at the Apollo. I sent my interview I did with James Cruz. I think I might have sent the interview I did with Jacques in the same email. But I showed my examples and showed that my interviews be short. Like, they're short. And so they denied me for the interview though. So I still go anyway. I go there and it's me and a couple of my homies. We at the SOBs. We get downstairs. We couldn't get a wristband just because we didn't even know we needed one. But we downstairs. I got my tripod. I got my tripod. I got my camera. I got my light. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the videography part. I did my videography upstairs, and we recorded the performance. But I was asking my friend too, who was being the promoter for the whole event. I was like, oh, you think you can give me an interview, right? And it was a little tough. He's like, well, I'll see what I can do. But sometimes it's not up to the promoter, it's up to their team or whatever. So we downstairs while he's coming in, and we were chilling there. I was able to get a couple pictures of him before he went on stage, and then I did a videography of him and his crew, and they performed. And then afterwards, we rushed downstairs. We downstairs now, and before he even went to go perform, I asked him. I was like, "Yo, bro, you mind if I get a little small interview with you, a little 5-minute interview, blah blah?" And he was down for it. You know what I'm saying? And usually it's the artists that are cool, and it's the team that's on some BS. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, to me, press is good press. Most press is good press. You know what I'm saying? People talk about you, especially if you're an upcoming artist. You know what I'm saying? Most press is good press. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, cool, yeah, for sure. He was nice about it. This isn't even about Teejayx6. I'm not bashing Teejayx6 in this video. It's just I should have got the interview. You know what I'm saying? I should have got the interview. And I have a nice catalog, especially up to this point. I have a pretty good catalog. At that point, I didn't have a few bigger names that I have now. But, he was down for it. And I was like, all right, cool. So, it's time now. After the performance, I see him. He's wearing a ski mask because he did a performance wearing the ski mask and stuff. And, we getting ready for the interview. And he was like, yeah, you got to, hurry up because they're going to come in and start spazzing, basically. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it was basically on the lines of, you got to get this started because he going to come in and start spazzing. You good? Are you ready? It don't matter. Just as long as we in the frame, it's all good. Is it working? Mic working? All right. You ready? Yep. I know who he was. I know who he was talking about. But he's like, you're going to come in and he's going to start spazzing. So, me. People that watch my content and people that be around me know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in and out. You know what I'm saying? We set up the tripod. We set up the mic. We set up the lights. 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the point where we're on the couch. The interview is about to start. He chilling. He had a couple extra friends on the couch too. We're chilling. We're all chilling. We're about to get this interview started. And I hit my, we're back. And then all you hear is, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, hold on.
Yep, I knew it.
What is this?
Just a little four-minute thing. I'm not asking him. Huh?
What outlet is this?
How lit is this?
What outlet is this?
What outlet is this? It's going to my camera. I'm like, I'm gonna drop the video too. I'm honestly, I'm slightly embarrassed about it. I don't get embarrassed, but I'm also not embarrassed enough or ashamed enough to not show you guys the video. I already put it on my personal page. I am Taylor Elajas, so I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But you can see my face. I'm like, oh snap! Like what's happening, right? So I'm the Mr. Guy, whoever this Teejayx6 was talking about, that was gonna interrupt the interview. He did just that, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And I'm just like, "I'm just trying to just doing a little interview, right?" And guy goes, "What outlet are you from?" And this showed my greenness, and I learned from this experience. I learned from pretty much every experience I've ever been in my life, right? But I super learned from this one in terms of establishing who I am, what my brand is, the stature of my brand, and just displaying that to other people so they respect me, right? I learned all that in this moment. Like I would never do anything like I just did in that moment. It was probably like late last year. Would never do anything like that again in the way that I did it. But he asked me, "What outlet are you from?" And I said, "What you mean? The camera's connected to the mic? Like what are you talking about?" I'm thinking like outlet of which we're about to record the interview. I'm like, yeah, you know, the mic's plugged into the camera. What are you talking about?
What is this?
It's just a little 4 minute.
Little nothing, 4 minute. No.
It's not even that. It's not even interview session. Patrick Media were doing videography for the I'm like, I can look back at it and laugh, but in the moment, I looked stupid. I looked and sounded stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, yeah, you know, just, the mic's plugged into the camera, and he's talking about media outlet. But I didn't know that in the time. At the time, I never heard somebody ask me what outlet I was from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, especially just in the moment, like it was just like, I think pretty quick on my feet, but it was also just like, damn, like what's happening right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why aren't you trying to let me do this interview? Your artist isn't even that big yet. Like, and you see that I have a pretty legit setup. You know what I'm saying? But they did tell me they want no interviews. But if you guys don't know, which you probably wouldn't know, but you know, my uncle made World Star, and you know, I probably could have just said I'm from World Star. Not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But I could have said a whole bunch of things. I could have said, you know, EBN, because EBN was a thing at that point. It wasn't as big of a thing as it is now, but you know, it was still a thing. I could have said a whole bunch of stuff, and I decided to say the mic is connected to the camera. You know what I'm saying? The mic is connected to the camera. But at the end of the day, they kicked us out. It was like, yeah, no, you gotta get up out of here. You gotta get out of here. So me and my homies, we had to leave, and you know, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. Not gonna lie. But I guess moral of the story, we still were able to finesse our way to get the interview regardless. I still have footage. I have a clip. I walked away from the situation with something at the end of the day. I still got content. And you know, I love me some content. So at the end of the day, I still got me some content. Regardless if I didn't get the full interview or not, I got content that I can show you guys. So more of the story, you gotta learn how to finesse. If you want to get these interviews, you gotta learn how to finesse. I'm gonna keep telling you stories about how I've got interviews. You just gotta finesse so you can build your catalog, so then it won't be so hard to get interviews. Because as an interviewer, in order to get bigger names, you need a catalog. If you don't got a catalog, bro, you're not getting no interviews. And it's the same type of concept of like when you're about to interview for a job, they're like, yo, you got any work experience? And you're like 16, 17. It's like, how do you expect me to have work experience? I'm trying to get work experience from you. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But it's the same type of concept. But, you know, I'm going to keep telling you guys stories, because I got stories for days in terms of getting interviews and losing interviews, not getting interviews. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's a lot. But, you know, Teejayx6, I hope we can still get an interview in at some point, you know, because I'm not a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not. I'm not Beyonce or Jay-Z, but you know, and it's fun talking to me. Watch some of my interviews, man. I get busy. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna ask you about how you scam people, because you already put it in the songs. We gonna have a fun time, and that goes out to any public figure I might ask to interview or I might come in contact with. It's a fun time over here, EBN. We get busy. All right, we get busy. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys like this video. If you got this far in the video, make sure you drop a lemon emoji. Drop a lemon emoji if you got this far in the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you know whenever I drop a video. I'll be dropping Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. I guarantee you that. You can put that on anything. I'll be dropping Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So turn that bell on so you know what time. Okay. But my name is Taylor Elajas, and you're watching How to Get an Interview with a Mainstream Artist.
Hey, hold on.
Yep, I knew it.
What is this?
Just a little four minute thing. I'm not asking them. Huh?
What outlet is this?
How outlet is this?
What outlet is this?
What outlet is this? It's going to my camera.
What is this?
It's just a little 4 minute.
Little nothing, 4 minute. No.
It's not even interview session. Patrick Media were doing videography for the.
That's what I'm saying. Get out of here.
We had been doing videography for the event. I already saw some of this. Let's creep up. You got it. Feel me? I appreciate it.
all this was valid. You appreciate it though, bro.
I don't appreciate it.
Don't blame it on him. Blame it on me.
No, I ain't blame. I ain't spreading no blame. It's all good,
Get
bro.
out of here.
It's all good, bro. I ain't spreading no blame.
We got you, big boss.